ما نقاتل مع القوات الأمريكية، الأمريكان لليوم هم وعدونا.
والله هم المجاوب القصاص نقص. وهناك أناس تقتل على هذه الساعة.
The militias have kind of taken over. It's not really the government leading the militias, it's the other way around.
This is literally the very front line in the global fight against the Islamic State.
A year on from the beginning of Iraq's war with the Islamic State, Vice News travelled to Iraq to meet the Shia militias fighting on the front lines to defend their country. Saeed Hamid al-Yasseri, leader of Ansar al-Marja'iyya, a relatively new militia from southern Iraq, agreed to take us to the front lines in Anbar province, an Islamic State stronghold just west of Baghdad.
كانت هذه المنطقة منطقة العامرية محاصرة لفترة 9 أشهر، فمن جينا فكينا الحصار عنها وسيطرنا على الجسم. هاي المنطقة تقريبا أكثر من 200، والملفت للنظر كل الدواعش اللي انقتلوا بهاي المناطق جنسيات أجانب.
Following the collapse of the Iraqi army after the capture of Mosul, the Islamic State advanced swiftly south, taking a third of the country before forcing Iraq's Shia militias to step in and halt the push on Baghdad. We arrived in the countryside outside of the town of Amirat al-Fallujah that had been seized from the Islamic State by the Marja'iyya in the last 6 months. Fighting is however still constant, and areas like this are a key obstacle to the Islamic State's march on Baghdad.
So this is the Amirat bridge that runs over the river Euphrates. The bridge used to run to Amirat al-Fallujah further down the road, but when ISIS were pushed out of this position, they packed it full of C4 explosives and blew the bridge to slow down the Marja'iyya fighters. This area around here is all Sunni, which you'd expect there would be problems between the Sunnis and the Shia volunteers, but actually the Shia volunteers here fight alongside some of the Sunni tribes here to stop ISIS attacks in the area.
هذا العيساوي البطل. بالتعاون مع القوات الأمنية استطاعوا حماية هذه المنطقة وحرس هذه المنطقة، والآن بدأوا يتقدمون لتحرير كل المناطق اللي يقترب منها الدواعش. صدق؟ اليوم أودي لك علبانة.
القوة هنا السنة والشيعة وكنا نقاتل قتال واحد، يعني السني زائد الشيعي، يعني قتال واحد، ما يحاول أي واحد يقدر يخترق هاي القوة.
As you're from a Sunni tribe, have the government been helping you with weapons and finance to help you guys defend this area?
دعم كان لنا دعم، بس إن شاء الله الدعم راح يوصلنا بعد الزيارة، إن شاء الله بعد الزيارة راح يوصلنا الدعم. بس حاليا دعم كعتاد ما عندنا عتاد، خلصنا عتاد حاليا.
احنا أهم شيء هيك يقطرون علينا تقطير والله نشتري. اكو بعض الأحيان يصير قصف حيوانات ما يخالف.
Yasseri heard that the Islamic State were advancing on one of the Marja'iyya positions and that a firefight had broken out, so we made our way there to see the close quarters fighting for ourselves.
So according to the fighters here, ISIS are only a couple of 100 meters away, and this position here comes under attack every day. ISIS try and move through the palm groves to attack the trenches and the buildings here, but also attack them with mortars. You can hear them replying, they're firing back towards this farmhouse. The Marja'iyya fighters sing to Imam Abbas and Hussein, the main figures in the Shia religion. I guess it's a way to essentially troll ISIS. The fighters here saying ISIS are only 100 meters away. These guys are also using heavy machine gun dushkas and RPGs against ISIS positions. This is literally the very front line in the global fight against the Islamic State. It's pretty frightening, but this is what these guys do day in, day out here, fighting against the Islamic State, and they're getting very little support from the outside world and even their own government.
Back at the base, the fighters were jubilant to have returned without any casualties.
كانت التوجيهات تصلنا يوميا من مكتب السيد السيستاني: إياكم والمساس بآثاث أهالي هذه المناطق، إياكم والمساس. كان الهم الأول الذي أوصتنا به المرجعية: يجب أن تشعروا هؤلاء الأهالي بالإطمئنان باللجوء إلى التجار الأسلحة، تجار المادة السلاحية الموجودة في الأسواق. حتى سعر البندقية التي كان ب500,000 أصبح في 2,000,000 أو 1,500,000. جئنا لنقول لتختلط دماءنا مع دماءكم ولنضع أيدينا بأيديكم لضرب هذه الحركات التكفيرية الإرهابية التي جاءت.
احنا هم القصاص وهم البدوي، والله هم البدوي القصاص نقص. هاي سكينة مطلعها تاريخ.
شنو التاريخ؟ شنو؟
تاريخ موجود.
The Marja'iyya are just one of many militias fending off the threat of the Islamic State.